Arsenal smash West Ham. But there is a bit of a problem. There's a little issue. And if I'm being honest, I'm slowly coming to the realization, and I just wanted to get people's opinions to see where they currently stand on this situation. Before we get into it though, I'm going to ask you a very quick favour. Please just hit like on this video. So I'm going to start this off quickly before we get into it with a very quick question. I just want to ask, who was your man of the match yesterday? I'm seeing a few different suggestions out there, and I wanted to put it to you guys. Who was your man of the match for Arsenal versus West Ham? So what is this problem I'm talking about? Look, I waited till this late in the day deliberately to make this video. I could have made the video this morning and do the breakdown, but you know, there's an important issue, and it's Liverpool. Look, I've been saying for 2 months, Liverpool will eventually drop points. Liverpool are not going to be able to sustain this great form that they're currently producing. But I've got to be honest with you, they're looking pretty decent. I'm looking at Liverpool and saying, like, they're controlling games. And that's the main thing that I didn't necessarily associate with this Liverpool team. Like, I was looking at these fixtures this past week or so, and I was saying to myself, look, they got Real Madrid midweek, and then they got Man City. They played Real Madrid, and fair enough, they beat them 2-0. They was very, very good. Real Madrid missed loads of chances. Liverpool were clinical, and to be honest, they was deserved winners on the night. But I was coming out of that game thinking, do you know what? Man City is going to be a difficult game on the weekend. And I've just watched it, and I can tell you, Liverpool battered Man City. They didn't get a sniff. Virgil van Dijk was brilliant. So I just wanted to ask you guys, do you think Liverpool will slip up? I know as an Arsenal fan, you can only focus on your own team. It's good to keep an eye on Arsenal. But there is a debate out there. There is Arsenal chasing this Premier League title. And I just want to see how you guys are reading it. What do you make of this title race? Look, it would have been perfect for Arsenal to have the same form that we had last season, because Man City are clearly not the same side they was last season. There's clearly been a huge drop-off. Do I expect Man City to come back at some point? Yes. They're brilliant. Look at their players. Look at their manager. Eventually, Man City will build some momentum and things could look very, very different. So for Arsenal to get ahead of Man City at this point, I'm happy. I would have preferred it if it happened with a draw in that game versus Liverpool, but Liverpool smashed them 2-0 and they was deserved winners. So it's hard, isn't it? Arsenal are 9 points off Liverpool, but let's not pretend that we can never bridge that gap. All it means is, look, we've still got to play Liverpool. If you win that game, then they're only 6 points ahead. If they lose a game and you win, there's only 3 points in it. So no, it's not impossible. But I promise you it's very, very difficult from this position. And I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, look, we can definitely do this. I don't know whether we can do this. All I know is if we continue this current form that we're showing, then we leave ourselves in a good position. Because I would be so surprised if Liverpool maintain this form until the end of the season. Look, this is the first day I'm looking at it and holding my hands up and saying, Liverpool are a good side, you know. Liverpool, and it's not even their players necessarily. Of course, they got a couple of world-class players with Mo Salah and Van Dijk. But you look at the rest of their team and you're thinking there's nothing really special there. Of course, they have solid players. That's why they're in the first position in the Premier League. That's why they're first position in the Champions League. They're a good side, but they're not exceptional. I don't look at their squad and look at Arsenal's squad and say we're miles behind this team. I don't look at their squad and Man City's squad and necessarily think they're miles ahead of this team. But there's something about just winning. And like when you get in a run of form and you're winning games, it almost becomes second nature. Like you're not necessarily thinking about what's going to happen today. You're just expecting to go out there and win. And I think that's what this Liverpool team are currently showing. And we're seeing it the opposite side with Man City. You can get yourself in a position where you lose a few games and you question yourself. Like we haven't seen that with this Man City team. They've been so dominant because they've had that mentality that Liverpool are currently having. We can go out there against any team and we expect to win. We're not hoping to win. We're not thinking we can win. This is our game. If you want to beat us, you've got to beat us because we're coming out here to win. Man City are not playing with that confidence at the minute. And Liverpool absolutely are. The good thing about that is they can be knocked off of that confidence. You can have a draw and a loss and then you start to question yourself. And then they're going to have to do things they haven't had to do yet under Arne Slot with this squad. that's all I can hope for as an Arsenal fan. I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on the current title race. Do you think Arsenal are out of it? Do you think, like me, that we can still catch Liverpool, but it's going to be very, very difficult? I want you to let me know in the comment section. So now I just want to speak about the West Ham game, because it was brilliant. The first half especially was like unlike anything I've seen in a long, long time. Some of the play, some of the, like, we're going to speak about it. Look, I've made 3 or 4 talking points that I just wanted to get people's thoughts and opinions on, and I'm going to start it with this. Look, the Gabriel header. You have to talk about the first goal because it's so refreshing to see Arsenal can do that same corner kick routine. Like, you would think it's the same routine, but it's not. There's differences every time. Sometimes Gabriel will start at the penalty spot and he makes himself effective on getting in there and getting on the end of it. He can start at the back post and run towards the forward post like we saw yesterday, waiting for the ball to come in, judging it, keep moving forward, boom, glancing header. Sometimes it's a power header. That variety that Gabriel possesses leads me to think he's probably the most aerially dominant player in the world right now. And people might say, like, you're exaggerating, but name me a player in world football who at the minute is more aerially dominant than Gabriel, because I can't think of any. He's so good. And then the Trossard goal, like the link-up play between Saka and Odegaard was like the ball to start off, to play Saka in. The little dink over the top is so simple, but no one else in that Arsenal team would have done it. They would have kept the ball on the floor and just carry on playing them passes. Odegaard saw Saka and he thought, well, all I've got to do is just lift it over this player, and then Saka's in. Saka gets played in, and then you think, well, he's probably going to shoot. But he doesn't. He has a little pass across goal, boom, Trossard taps it in. That's 2-0. That link-up play between Odegaard and Saka was exceptional. And Saka on the night, like that first half, he was electrifying. As good a performance in terms of just attacking the fullback for as long as I can remember. Like, that Saka first half performance was world class. Saka in general is world class. I think the debate of whether Saka's world class or not is well and truly over, because this player keeps performing at a level that you don't see from other guys. After that, we had the Havertz goal. And what I liked about this one was it was a proper centre forward finish, wasn't it? Oh no, sorry, you had the Saka penalty after, and then Odegaard took the penalty. After the game, Saka just said Odegaard wanted it. I'm guessing Odegaard just felt like scoring a goal. He wanted some confidence. He wanted to boost his numbers. Odegaard's captain, he pulled rank and said, I want to take the penalty. That's 3-0. And then the Havertz goal. I tell you why I like this. And one of the reasons is a reason I'm not seeing many people talk about. It's the Trossard assist. Like, not only was it a crazy ball, like, it was so good, pinpoint accuracy, it was his left foot. He's right-footed. We've seen Trossard take corners with his left foot. Just so good with his left foot. Like, one of the best two-footed players there is. And that assist to play in Havertz. And to be fair, you've got to give credit to Havertz as well, because how many times in 2-3 seasons ago did we see Havertz in them one-on-one situations and you didn't really fancy it? When Havertz goes through, you're thinking, oh, will he make this? It was kind of like a proper centre-forward goal, wasn't it? Through one-on-one, now show your class, show your composure, show what you can do to beat the keeper in that one-on-one situation. That's what a striker's expected to do. Kai Havertz calmly slots it past the goalkeeper to make it 4-0. At that point, you're thinking, do you know what? The game's probably over. My son said to me, Dad, we're going to beat him 10-0. I said, no, football doesn't work like that. They score 1 goal, and you're thinking, oh, do you know what? They've cut us open there. Was there things we could do to avoid that? Yes, but the first West Ham goal, you probably have to say, do you know what? It was a nicely worked goal. Wan-Bissaka on the outside, dinks it in. Fair enough, 4-1. Let's get our heads together. Silly foul on the edge of the box that I don't even think was a foul. Very, very light. Don't know what the referee saw there, but he gave the foul, and fair enough. And you've got to, again, give credit to the goal, because in a normal game, that wouldn't have happened. But he's pulled out an absolute worldie there, beats the keeper. You can have no qualms with David Raya there whatsoever. No one's saving that. You could have 3 or 4 goalkeepers in the goal and it's still going top corner. It was a crazy strike. Very, very good strike. And then it's 4-2. And at that point, you're thinking, you know, like, the game's not done, is it? But then Arsenal pulling out another one. A Gabriel penalty. The referee called it because he had to, because the goalkeeper literally punched Gabriel square in the face. Like, at first I was thinking, what's happened there? And then, like, you couldn't really see if he had given the penalty because you couldn't see him on the camera. But then when it showed the replay, literally punched him and his eyebrow nearly come off. And I was thinking, well, that's a clear penalty. Bukayo Saka slots it. 2 assists, 1 goal. struggle to not give the man of the match award to Saka, not only because of the output in terms of numbers, but just because how, like I said, electrifying he was in that first half. One of the best performances I've seen from Saka for a long time in terms of just attacking, being confident, going through. And it's something we see with Saka all the time. I'm not saying he doesn't do this all the time, but it was just like that extra gear, that extra step that he was playing with yesterday. It was just a joy to watch. 5-2, brilliant result. Let me know your guys' man of the match as well. We'll talk quickly about the lineup because we saw no Marino and no Partey in the starting lineup. Is that a bit of a concern? Yes. We got a massive game coming up against Man United midweek, Premier League. Man United seem to be on a good run of form at the minute. They just won, was it 4-0 today against Everton? So they're going to be carrying some momentum. So it's up to us to, keep brushing these teams up, aside. Like, we're going through a run of fixtures at the minute where we expected to win these games. I made a video, what was it, last month? Or, yeah, it was about a month ago, where I said these next 9 fixtures will determine Arsenal's season. This is a run of fixtures where we can expect to pick up loads of points. And that's what we're currently seeing. We're picking up loads of points. We need to continue that Wednesday against Man United. But before I go, I do want you to let me know your thoughts on that game yesterday. What impressed you? What are you thinking about the lineup? Did you like what player was your favourite? Like I said, let me know in the comment section. Thanks so much to everyone for watching and listening. Before you go, if you could do me a favour very quickly, just hit like and subscribe. And I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Gooners, have a good day.